Hello everyone, my name is Ramiro Guerra and in this meeting I would like to talk about the place where I have lived throughout my life since they seem very beautiful to me and I would like to you to be able to visit them sometime. Well, I am from Salinas. Uh, okay, I am from Salinas. It's very famous for its beaches. I had the opportunity to live in Salinas throughout my childhood and adolescence. The main beach of Salinas is San Lorenzo Beach. It's very touristy since here is the boardwalk of Salinas. During the day, tourists can enjoy the beach to rest, walk, play in the beach. You can also enjoy various water sports, boat or yacht rides, and many other activities. At night is also a tourist place since tourists like to go for a walk around the boardwalk. They can enter the pier and take many photos. There is also a park where they can feed very beautiful crabs of all kinds. One thing that attracts tourists a lot is that there are many bars in front of the boardwalks, and they can enjoy good music while they talk a bit. They can also park their cars next to the sidewalk, play music, and talk throughout the night. But it is the not only beach you can find if you visit Salinas. There are many closer to it, such as Chipipi Beach, but doesn't not have many activities. There also is the Libertad Boardwalk. This boardwalk also has many activities at night, but it is not recommended to enter the beach. The waves are very strong. A little further away, we have the Ruta del Sol, which is famous in our country and has many beautiful beaches. Dayanara, do you know any beach that are in the province of Santa Elena on the Ruta del Sol?
Yes, I know Montañita. I had the opportunity to go a few years ago with my family. It seems to me like a very beautiful beach and I liked it a lot. I would like to go again in the future.
Okay, thank you. Well, the first beach that I want to present to you is Ayangue. This beach is very beautiful to go to rest and enjoy a really delicious meal since it is characterized for having cabin time restaurants along the edge of the beach. It is also characterized for being surrounded by two mountains that enter the sea, forming a horseshoe-shaped bay, which make the waves really soft and calm. The second beach is Montañita. Well, this beach presents itself. It is really well known international since many international surfing tournaments are held here because the waves are ideal for this sport. It is also characterized because of the large parties and celebrations. In Montañita, you can also find many crafts and hotels where you can stay if you are looking to party. The last beach that I want to present to you is Olón. Characteristic place of this beach is the Olón Sanctuary. It is built on a top of a rock It's designed in a shape of a sailing boat. This temple is very famous for an event that happened many years ago. Jordi, do any of you know what happened at the Olon Temple and why it is so famous?
Um, I think Oliver Tadi Tat template and statue of the Virgin Great Blood, and it is considered a religious miracle.
Yes, the Virgin called Rosa Mystica cried blood in 1990 in the lower levels of this temple inside the crypt. The image of the Virgin still has the blood stain on her face, and it is something that many people want to go to see why it is a very tourist place. Well, when I graduated from school, I had to come to live in the city of Quito because I wanted to study in the Central University of Ecuador. I had the opportunity to know many famous places in the capital of Ecuador, such as its historic center, uh, which has many famous squares and churches, and a famous street, La Ronda, where there are many bars and restaurants that work both during the day and at night. If you are young, another place that draws the attention of the city of Quito is Plaza Foch, which is their center of young entertainment and is surrounded by many bars and clubs. On the other hand, we have the part of Quito that are really beautiful and have enough diversity activities such as the Metropolitan Park, the Bicentennial Park, and the Carolina Park. The one I like most is the Carolina Park, since it has many basketball courts, soccer, tennis, and volleyball. It is also has a small forest with paths and rest place, an artificial lagoon, the famous Cruz del Papa, and a botanic garden. After graduating from university, I had the opportunity to visit, to live in the province of Carchi, in the city of El Ángel, and I was able to live for a year in this beautiful place for work reasons. It is not very big and it doesn't have many tourist places, but without a doubt, it is very beautiful city. One of its main characteristics is the Church of San Miguel. It's really beautiful. It is made of stone and has a very striking Gothic design. Another place that you must know in the city is the viewpoint Cruz de Mayo, from which you can see the entire city. El Ángel is recognized mainly for its ecological reserve. In this reserve, you can find many beautiful landscapes, um, such as the polylepis forest or the paper trees, which is very rare. There are also their beautiful lagoon where you can fish. Uh, Claudia, does anyone know which silver is the characteristic plant of the El Ángel Ecological Reserve?
Mm, yeah, I think the Ferligon is very stable play the role in the hot temperatures and in Thai Reserva is one of the few places where you can see it.
Exactly, the frailejón. This plant fulfills varied functions in the modes of absorbing the water from the mist and conserving it. Frailejones have a basic characteristic, such as growing 1 centimeter each year, where, as I said, I could only live there for a year, and it was for work reasons I had to return to Quito, where I currently live. Also, I travel a lot to Ibarra since I really like this city, and it is a place where I would like to be able to live in the future. Thank you very much. Okay, Diana.
Hi, my name is Dayanara Angamarca. Today I will tell we about animal experimentation. Respect for animal life is the main reason why many people reject animal experiments. But even if you focus on humans as the ethical justification for animal experiments, the approach is wrong. There is no ethical dilemma. Animal suffering is instead of human suffering, but rather abundant scientific evidence that shows that experiments on animals harm humans rather than benefiting them. Every year, more than 115 million animals, counting only vertebrates, are subject to experimentation with the supposed purpose of benefiting humans. This, this includes practice just as forcing them to inhale toxic gas, applying corrosive substance to their skin, and infecting them with VIH, of removing part of their brains. Certain the number of non-human animals that suffer and die as a result of this practice is much lower than that of those that are victims of the food industry or of individuals in the wild that suffer from natural events. Most animal experiments are useful and repetitive, adding motivate more wording of not do well of knowledge in medicine. Medical progress is important, but animal experiments are the wrong way. Not only does it led to false results, it even impeded medical progress. This was true in recent decades, but it is even more is live of current high-tech research methods that focus on humans in ethical terms. The aim of the investigate action must be beneficial to man or the animals themselves, and in addition, the action must meet a series or requirements or circumstances that ensure a rational use of animals and adequate work methodology. The doctor against animal experiment tests as social as run together the scientific arguments against animal experiments and present alternative test methods with which a lot of important biomedical insights can arrive be again in the problem. As so often is money research on animal experiment receives a lot of funding while new animal-free alternative receive very little. Many countries have already passed laws that prohibit experiments on animals in cosmetics, in addition to the USA, Norway, India, Israel, Turkey, New Zealand, and Australia are the example. For their part, social networks and the media age more than one see the record systematic mistral of millions of animals with very explicit and harsh images that were previously held from the eyes of the public. I am thinking, for example, of the Dressy test, where they hold live rabbits for repeat tests of irritation before slaughter. User of social neighbors recently viralized the animation of a rabbit. The narrative is routing as a test animal in a cosmetic experimentation laboratory. Save Ralph is a campaign against animal abuse created by the Human Society International Organization, which ensures the rights and protect of animals. The animal sheds to cosmetic tests on animals, so they use a rabbit named Ralph, who is wild in one eye and deaf in one ear, due to the days of experimentation he undergoes. In the following section, the most important are in areas in which animals are used in laboratories or classroom are covered, as well as research methods that do not use animals. For example, experimentation of cosmetics and household products, ecology research, military investigation, biomedical experimentation, and use of animals in primary and secondary education deceptions. Thanks for your attention. Any questions?
Yes, Dayanara, what is military experimentation?
Okay. It is the use of animals to test new weapons, bottles, and chemical agents, as well as the effect of birds and points for military purpose.
Dayanara, what is ecological research?
In the animals are killed and made to suffer to study the impact that chemicals can have on the every month.
Okay.
Claudia, what they think about animal experimentation?
I think the animal experiment important. They mentioned that the lives of animals are not important.
Okay, thanks for your attention.
Claudia.
Yes, please. My name is Claudia Cañamar. My activity, Otavalo Tours activity. Otavalo, Ecuador is one important destination in Ecuador visited by national and foreign tourists. Attraction by the culture when they of Otavalo. How is managed the institution which is a striker with its might, language, costume, and ancestral tradition inherited by their ancestors. Tourist place of Otavalo, Plaza de los Ponchos, Poncho Square, also is now a center market. It is escenas of large craft fight in Ecuador. It takes place every Saturday from 7 in the morning until at 7. Weber Museum. They visit to the museum also to know about the process that is carried out with the chief goal of the manufacture of ponchos and other textile typical of Otavalo. Hat workshop in Iluman. It is workshop where clothes that are elaborate, unique and artisanal, while which are extracted finish. Totora crafts, elaboration of artists made with totora, which is very material similar to tanch. Indigenous cemetery. The indigenous country going to your place to forge with offerings, chai and the place to they discard relics. Animal fight. The day Saturday at 4 a.m. It's beautiful animal feed. Eh, San Pablo del Lago. Lagos that San Pablo. It is beautiful water. Here guardian by the Imbabur volcano and this location puts 5 minutes for Otavalo. This Imbabura volcano. It is Imbabura volcano. There are flora and fauna experience. Fauna. There are servers and with credit. There are diversity of birds, shrubs, and questions. Mokanda land. There are 4 lands: Caricocha Mar Lago, Huarmicocha Family Lago, Yanacocha Dogs Lago or Black Lagoons, and Yustacocha Beach Lawns. Lago Mokanda is beautiful. It is activity de camping or picnic. Taxopamba White Waterfall. It is located to the 6 and 4 kilometers from the Otavalo city, via the town of Mojanda. Peguche Waterfall. The forests surround the waterfall as demonstrate city of actividad, shore and camping and picnic. Condor Park. It is reception and car center for the país. It is located in Coronal de Pucará, of those 25 hectares to the age of 281 meter of the sea levels and average temperature de 10 centimeters of where minus what are from the lechero. Winford Lechero is the train concept and millenary locales of the city cats of Pucará de Rey Loma. Question.
Yes, Claudia. How can I get Peguchi Waterfall?
And Pegucho Waterfall is from the bus stay in the city of Otavalo, stay in the Imbabura Urbano bus and 10 minutes deep dive to the Pachayata sector where is the waterfall.
Thank you.
Claudia, what activity I can do in San Pedro del Lago?
In Lago San Pablo, las activities is picnics, photography, waterfall, Mr. Lodge, whatever.
Okay. Claudia, have you ever visited Lake San Pablo del Lago?
Yes, I have. I live near San Pablo Lake. This is beautiful. This is a recommendation with wear clothes, we set, comfort short, mosquito repellent, glass half, photo camera. Finish.
Mhm. Um, Hello, everyone. My name is Jordi. I can come to tell you little about myself and the place where I have lived. I has born in Latacunga, Buddhist site. Therefore, I was 1 year old. Have lived in Tulcan, but not only there. I also lived for few years in Huaca, Santo Domingo, Sucumbíos, Quito, Ibarra, and Acatanz. I I mentioned un moment. I mentioned before in the place where have life the logic in is Tulcan. In Tulcan, the first city in the north of Ecuador is small city, but why every time you need is have very complete hospital and Olympic stadium. Some supermarket, I basically in the white mall. It is an old airport that is skill work, not like before. Good airplanes, still land. In the Inhas Park, I commercially recognized worldwide foreign beauty and many other things. There is a study in the school. Um, there are complaint of year I live in Huaca, a small town, Buddhist canton. It is 30 minutes from Tulcan. It is very, very cool and very rain town. In town, I like for my work, but therefore that why I was here and I live years for study. Since my father is from that place that was at the age of 10. As I is a small town has only two main streets, a stadium and very fast store. Buddhist people are very hard working. They have a recognition of my many years act for bearing hardworking people since they open my hands. What is now in my rain is 35. Um, I had I different experiment. What is uh, 5 years old? I decided to study at a boarding school. I have no problem or addiction. It is just decision to do it out of curiosity. Um, so for years, I live in Santa Barbara, a very small town, away from every time in Sucumbíos, as I already signed in a very small town that is located on the edge of the border between Ecuador and Colombia. It can be said that you work about 3 minutes. And sea of Colombia shore. The town is very cold and cozy. We have see of television, no radio. There were no home telephone and no cell telephone signal. In the town, there was only on one school and it is Ken La Merced School. It was very common to see the guerrilla passing through the town that was an area every day. Guerrilla and there was no Ecuadorian protection in the area. Buddhist was never a danger to the inhabitants of that sector. What I was younger, I lived in well, I live in Atacames for years for work and study. I was um, away like to travel and meet people. In this case, I lived there of curiosity. I was to Nakawa is feel like to wake up every day looking on the beach. It is very not town and party Buddhist in danger. Um, a city in which it did not enjoy live very much was Santo Domingo. maybe it was because it was very young and my uncle forbade me to go out a lot. What for why good reason? It is very dangerous city, and it is has a string clean. I almost never you see the sun. But you always feel it is hot, it is cold, and right, but it is never cool. Um, I live in Quito, and it is a stressful city. It was only a complex of months, and it is I enjoy Thai city more, where I go for a work time living there, and it is a stranger, but it is tough. Um, Now I live in Ibarra. I love the climate of the city, and not only time I live that it can fit every time, and it is very easy to head from one place to another. It has many places where you can go for a work and forest that your city. I live in Historia. It is art, it is people. In short, I live every time it is city where my life ends, but not only do I live here. I also study in on university, and I am one semester in why from graduation in why Miss Arlock college life. Uh, I summer there are the place where have lived so far. I was to have the opportunity to live in more place on the Ecuador. Thank you for listening. One question.
Yes, Jordi. Why you have lived in many places?
I have always want to know many places and many people from Ecuador and other countries. And that is why I have wanted to do it of my own free will. And I hope one day to be able to travel the another country and continue why this custom.
Okay, thank
But one question. What place would you not like to live, despite not explaining?
Uh, I would not like to live in Guayaquil. It is very dangerous and I would not feel calm and therefore I would not enjoy Tahiti. A town I know canoe and it is very beautiful.
Jordi, do you prefer to live in cities without a warm or cold climate?
Um, the truth is I prefer citywide a warm climate, but I do not disperse co-sitting. I would like to cannot Pripyat every time. I time it is past very zero. It will still go and I cannot. I will enjoy it. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you everyone and see you later.